Thinking about skipping work or faking a medical emergency to get out. NSFW. Legit snacks cost me like an hour of work today. I cannot fathom how you Americans can keep this up. I've been super fucking depressed and on the verge of having a mental breakdown. In my head all my thoughts are related to killing the oligarch class and other unhinged activities. I just wanna rest, I need to sleep for a bit, I'm absolutely tired, murder is unironically on my mind, I seriously need help, I cannot fathom or envision a future for myself under capitalism. I literally would rather want to kill someone else, oligarchs, before I kill myself. I am not trying to be edgy, this is really what's going on with me, I can't keep doing this, my mental health is being pushed. Legit everything around me is suburban sprawl, people affected by capitalism, too many fucking cars, not enough community. Not even a fucking strip club so that I can pretend to be wanted for about 2 to 3 hours until I get home. I'm done, and I'm young, I cannot for the life of me envision a better future. God damn it, I hate working kitchen, I hate dishes especially, I have staying up till 11 to clean up the store because nobody fucking helps me. I just wanna fund my hobbies and lifestyle, I can't even move out my fucking parents' house because this place is so expensive, I wanna be free, god damn it. 20 years in the same place and I cannot envision anything. I'm going to take a medical emergency, I'm still under my parents' insurance so it won't cost anything to say I had a panic attack, I'm tired, I'm done. This country isn't freedom, I swear to God. One of my thoughts are literally about putting conservatives into secluded regions away from society to re-educate them, which is basically reforming prisons into rehabilitation camps. But maybe that's not so bad either. I find it hard to say no to coming in on my days off. Boss just asked me to come in and train at another facility with only 3 hours notice. And I said no, I can't make it in tonight. Can we schedule something in advance for next week? And I was shaking the entire time. I have a hard time saying no to managers and supervisors. I am always saying yes to everything they ask me to do. Corporate America has me brainwashed into having to say yes to everything, otherwise I could be fired or looked down upon by management as an unreliable employee. Which is pretty sick. Asked for a living wage, and I'm proud of myself, rant. Yesterday I asked my boss to give me a cost of living adjustment. I currently make $14/HR, and I told him I wouldn't be able to stay on full time unless I got a raise to $17/HR. I've always had problems standing up for myself, so the fact that I was able to bring it up and stand my ground makes me really proud. I've been working for the company in a variety of roles for the past 3 years, and am one of only 3 people on staff who worked there prior to the pandemic. When we were closed for quarantine for 3 months in 2020, I stayed on staff, working by myself in the building to scrape by. I really care about the company, and I love the community we service and the people I work with. Over the past 6 months, I've come to terms with how toxic of a workplace I'm in. My co-workers are amazing, but the owner is a manipulative, gaslighting little rabbit garden gnome who will do anything to avoid paying people a living wage. He's constantly complaining about how people don't work to the quality he expects when turnover is 100% because we can't pay anyone enough for them to stay. He's constantly saying how he wishes he could pay everyone more, but also gripes about how no one wants to work. If you can't afford to pay your employees a living wage, maybe you should reconsider being in business. I'm starting job hunting as soon as I get back from my weekend. I'm genuinely very upset that it's come to this, but I can't survive on what they are paying me anymore. Being late even though I am on time. So my shift starts at 3 p.m. I was there at 2:50 p.m. but now we are required to be there 15 minutes early every day for a meeting that sometime happens. I work 12 hours. I am like, get off of my case. I can't stand that employers have so much power. I don't agree with things, I just have to live with it or seek a different job. Am I being unreasonable? I already am there for half my life, now they get even more time. Job offer rescinded at last minute. I'm steaming angry right now. I was given a job offer at an investment company a few weeks ago, and they've been putting me through the ringer with background checks. It makes sense to me they'd want to check my credit and all that, since this job would have had me handling people's money, but still, a stressful process. My onboarding partner, who was helping me get set up for the job, said the background check team would reach out to me if they found anything. They did, exactly once. They sent me an obviously automatically generated email. A credit card from when I was in college was closed improperly because it was on my dad's account. I had no idea that existed, and tried to speak with the background team about it, to try to explain what happened and that I would now try to resolve this with the bank, but to this day, the super accessible background check team has not responded to my emails or answered one of my calls. And today, a week before I'm supposed to start the new job, and a week after I gave my 2 weeks notice at my current job, my onboarding partner calls me to tell me the offer of employment was rescinded. She said to call background and ask them why, because she either wouldn't or couldn't tell me, or she didn't know. And as always, background is unavailable. I'll never know why I didn't get this job, but they fucked me out of my old one. My career is going pretty well, but I'm only 24 and can't fathom the idea of working till I am 65. Am I just being a bitch? For context, I am 24 years old and I am 4 months into my second job working at a marketing agency. I am making about 70% more money than my last position, 60-70k range. I recognize I am in a very privileged position compared to many people, and I am truly grateful for that. However, I have been getting very disenfranchised with the concept of working for a few reasons. To start, this job is probably 5 times more demanding than my last. I am salaried with hours of 9 to 6, but I often work well past 6. In the recent weeks, I have worked until 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and even 12 a.m. a few times. It is not like I am getting paid overtime due to being salaried. To make this more complicated, the job is remote, so I can't even tell if my workload is normal compared to other co-workers with a similar role as me. It is one of 3 things: either I am being overworked, I haven't found an efficient workflow, or I am stupid, and I'm pretty sure I'm not stupid. Again, this is only my second job, so it is entirely possible I am just not an efficient worker and need some more time to build up my skills, which would allow me to complete work faster. I am hesitant to complain to management because if other people are getting the same work as me and finishing it in a timely fashion, then I just come across as a lazy, inadequate worker who is complaining, which I do not want. Furthermore, the actual tasks that I do day to day I have absolutely no passion for. I am not on the creative side of marketing. Mostly what I do is fix, set up, and maintain advertising campaigns, which is essentially endless micromanaging, crunching numbers into reports, and clicking away on a computer for 9 hours plus. Does anyone truly have a passion for something like that? Are there truly humans in this world who are actually invigorated and excited about doing monotonous office work? Again, I make really good money for my age, but is it worth it when I dread going to sleep because I know I have to wake up the next morning to the same grind? Or getting anxiety every time I get an email because it may be a work-related with a ridiculous request or a mistake I made? Yet I make decent money, but I am still a wage slave. I am only working to make our clients rich and my CEO even richer. And I am expected to do this for another 40 years? It just doesn't seem feasible to me. I live for the weekends, which is no way to live at all. I feel like I am playing a game that I didn't opt into and there is no way out because this is the status quo of the world. I am not depressed or anything, just really stressed and frustrated. Am I justified in the way I feel? Am I just being dramatic? Does anyone else feel or has felt the same way? What did you do? The only solution I can think of is to become a boss myself or start a company, so at least I'll be breaking my back for myself and no one else, but obviously that is easier said than done. If you made it this far, thanks for reading. Opinion on quitting. Hello amazing anti-workers. I started a job 2 weeks ago and they lied about everything. From when health insurance starts, to what I'll actually be doing. Upon being hired I signed a form saying I would give them 4 weeks notice to quit, but also 3 sections that they could fire me at will for anything. Anyway, I'm finishing training for the money and wondering if I should give them any notice to quit or just not show up on Monday. They don't respond to my emails and HR is never there. I've tried talking to them about this. Pay dependent on experience is BS. I was wrongfully terminated from my previous company, still waiting on that labor dispute to get sorted out. Today I found out that my replacement is making $15 more an hour than I made. During my interview they told me they had a range and they refused to disclose it, saying pay is dependent on experience. They made me an offer and I took it because I needed something ASAP. I had 3 raises during my short time there, and I had to defend every one of them with data from 3+ verified sources looking at similar roles in the area, and factor in my experience, skills, etc. Then I had to present it to them. This song and dance provided me with a couple extra dollars of a raise throughout that time. Now that I'm gone after being fired for a disability, I learned that the person who replaced me makes $15 more an hour than my highest pay there, and has no degree and significantly less experience in the field. Please note that I don't care about the degree and am not saying I'm better than, or more qualified than anybody without one. It just irks me because of what I had to go through to fight for a livable wage versus it get handed to someone else. What's your pay is dependent on experience story?